been quite a while since I've last appeared on YouTube. But this morning I woke up way too late. My plan was to go to the library this morning and work a bit. But as it happens, I slept in. But when I woke up, I felt like, well, this week is actually going to be quite nice. A bit like the perfect mix between eventful and calm. So why not make a YouTube video out of it? Like take you along on a week in my life. I have a bit of knitting planned, some sewing maybe, but also it's really nice autumn weather, very cozy. Yeah, I think it would be nice. I feel like it, so that's what we're going to do. What's going to be entertaining for you, cozy, fun. I really like seeing what people get up to in their everyday life. I enjoy watching weekly vlogs on YouTube, so I hope you do too. I hope my life is interesting enough. Yeah, so today is Monday noonish. I really did sleep and had a really calm morning. It was not planned, but oh well, it happens. Well, a little bit about myself, maybe, if you're new here. I'm Elisabeth. I live in Germany. I'm a student, and I just love crafting, knitting, sewing, getting creative. I like getting dressed and have fun with outfits. Yeah, and this week we're going to be doing knitting. I knit every day, basically, so you will see a bit of that. And then we are having a long weekend here where I live because Friday is a holiday, like a bank holiday. So I think I'm going to do some sewing then. And then there's like normal everyday stuff. I have uni to go to. This semester I'm writing my bachelor thesis, which is very scary and not too much fun. I'm really like in the beginning of everything. I'm just doing prep stuff. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be 1 or 2 trips to the library, some working sessions there. And I might take you along on that, just for the vibes. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I thought first we can have a look at the knitting projects I'm working on right now. Then I only have to get dressed because I'm still in my pajama. Oh, fun. This is a pajama that I sewed myself. It's the Carolyn pajama by Closet Core Patterns. I really like it. It's cozy, it's nice. It's in a gingham flannel with this pink contrasting ruffle. I also wear the matching pants. Can you see it like this? Not that good. But just trust me, I'm wearing a matching pajama set and it's really cozy and nice, but I'll have to get dressed with some proper things. And then have a little writing session at my desk. Don't think I'm going to the library today. Probably gonna stay in. But still, I will have to sit down at my desk and do some bachelor thesis work. Yeah, I think that's the plan for today mostly. But let's start with my current knitting projects because that's exciting and fun. Okay, so I currently have 2 projects on the needles. One has been in the works for a few weeks, and it's this beauty of a sweater. Look at that. It's the Freya sweater by Ingrid Djup, who is a Norwegian designer. And it's gorgeous. I love it so much. It's just all over cables, all different kinds. I'm sure you've seen it. Everyone's knitting one of these at the moment. But it's just so stunning. And I've joined the front and the back, so I'm now working on the body. But I think once I pick it up again, I'm going to work on the first sleeve because I prefer knitting the sleeves before finishing the body. Just for yarn management reasons, and also because I think it's more fun to knit the sleeves before you have like a huge body that you have to drag around in every round. I'm knitting this in Hillesvåg Luna, which is also a Norwegian yarn. I bought it in Norway earlier this year when I was there to visit some family. And held together with Drops Kid Silk. I know it's controversial, but I always use Drops Kid Silk because it's by far the cheapest option. It's like half the price of all other like silk mohair options. I personally don't mind it. I think it's not too squishy, but I'm not sensitive at all. Like, I can wear the wooliest wool and be fine with it. And the same for mohair. Actually, the only thing that I'm a bit sensitive with is alpaca. No idea why. I don't really love wearing alpaca. It's scratchy to me. Whereas wool and mohair, totally fine. Don't ask me why. That's just what my skin likes and doesn't like. But yeah, I always use Drops Kid Silk because it's much cheaper than everything else. And they have really all the colors you need. And then this one I cast on last week sometime. Oh, it's so fun. Honestly, so cool. I keep looking at it and sometimes I think, oh, maybe this is too much. Too many colors, too much going on. But then I think, yes, there's a lot going on and I love it. I really, really want a fun sweater. And I think it's going to be a lot better once everything comes together. Trust me on this. This is the Polo #1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. It's really new pattern. I think I bought it the day after it was released and cast on sometime last week. But I made a change because the pattern originally has like only small stripes, like it has mostly one color, but then it has small stripes with big single color blocks in between. But I changed the stripe pattern because I thought it's a bit boring, maybe, the way it originally is. I loved the construction and the fit of the sweater, but not the way the stripes are worked. So I thought, okay, that's an easy fix. I'm just going to go rogue and do my own thing. And I love it. It's so fun. You can see it. So I'm working, like my main color is this burgundy. And then I have 6 rows of yellow, 6 rows burgundy, 2 rows pink, 2 rows burgundy, 2 rows pink, 6 rows burgundy, 6 rows blue, and then so on. And it's so much fun. And I think it's going to get a bit more cohesive, a little less chaotic, once I add the button placket and the collar, which will also be burgundy, and I think it's going to tie everything together. It's on small needles right now, so it's all scrunched up a bit, but I think it's going to be a really, really fun sweater. I'm excited to work more on this. I'm almost done with like this part, so I'm pretty close to starting on the collar and the button plackets, and after they are worked, I will just continue with the body and the sleeves. I hope I will get to the collar bit tonight, sometime tomorrow. We'll see how much knitting I'll get done. Yeah, that's everything. Oh, I'm working in Cascade 220. This is my very first time working with this yarn, actually. It's not that popular here in Germany. I know it's very popular in the US, but in Germany, not that much. There's only one yarn store that sells this, as far as I know, which is My Luce in Hamburg. But yeah, I really enjoy working with this yarn. It's really, really great. Very good, basic, like nothing special, but soft, nice to work with. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. And it has really great colors, so obviously that's always important. But let's get dressed. All right, I'm dressed. I'm ready to really do something with my day, except of lying in bed. I'm wearing my Eleonora dress that I sewed this summer and a Gregoria Fibers Wilma top that I knitted in September. I think it's cute. I really like it. I've been thinking about wearing this combo for a few weeks now, and today we're doing it. It's really casual, cozy, but sweet and cute. Perfect for a day like this. Okay, let's get going. Let's work on this bachelor thesis. Hi, I'm back. I'm sorry I've been like the worst vlogger ever the last 2 days because I did not film anything at all. I've just been too busy with just life, you know. I've went to university, I've had work, I've met friends, but now I'm back. It's Friday, it's a bank holiday, no university, no work, no nothing. And I decided to really take this day off. I think I'm going back to the library to do some more writing and researching for my bachelor thesis tomorrow on Saturday. But today we're taking a chill. The library is closed anyway, since it's a bank holiday. And it's good to take breaks. Yeah, so here we are. It's Friday, and I thought I would check in to show you some of my knitting progress, because I've been knitting quite a bit these last 2 days, and I'm a bit annoyed because on Monday evening I started working the collar of my polo number 1, and in my head I thought like, okay, probably this is like not the easiest thing ever to knit, but I will finish it in like 1 day because it's just like such a small portion of the sweater. It's a really small thing. But oh boy, was I wrong. I'm still here. I'm still not finished with the collar. We're still working on it. And I have to say, like, in the beginning, it was like, it's not exceptionally hard to do. So all the techniques used, I've done before, I'm familiar with, and they're fine, like not totally hard things to do. It was a bit unusual for me to work the combination of all these different techniques, like you're doing double knitting for the collar and you have to increase and do German short rows in double knitting, which I've not done before, but it's not like super difficult or anything. Like if you are familiar with the techniques itself, like if you've done double knitting, if you've done German short rows, then you'll be totally fine doing this. But it's knitted on super small needles on a very tight gauge, which is like good for the collar. It's going to give it a lot of stability and make it look really good, but it's not easy on the hands, I would say. And also it takes forever. I have like, I think almost 300 stitches on this, and I have to knit them in double knitting, which means you have to knit every row 2 times to have like 1 normal row of knitting. so it takes forever. And like in the beginning, I was super confused because it was really hard to remember where I left off and to really know which round I was on and where I was in the pattern. And I really had to concentrate a lot. I was actually at first watching like a YouTube video in the background, but I had to put it like stop it because I really had to concentrate on what I was doing. I could not hear anything, even if like the background noise was nothing I had to concentrate on, and it would have been fine if I did not know what they were talking about in the video, but just the noise in the background was so putting me off that I had to stop it and just really work intensely on this. And now it's better. Like I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm at, and I've really gotten into the flow with it, but still, yeah. So I think in the beginning it was very hard. It was hard to concentrate, and it was a bit like very high intensity knitting. And now I know what I'm doing. It's like I've gotten into the flow, but now it's getting really boring because I've been knitting on this since Monday and it's Friday. I really just want to make some progress on the sweater, and there's really small rounds and you don't see a lot of progress. Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed, and I'm kind of ready to be done with this collar, but I'm getting really close. I think I only have one increase round left, and then I need to bind off the stitches. And then I will have to attach the collar to the body of the sweater, and I'm not quite sure how that is done yet. I've like looked in the pattern, but you never just reading it doesn't help me. I really have to visualize it and do it and to understand what the pattern wants me to do. So yeah, I think I really hope that I can attach this sometime today, and then I need to work the button plackets. And I really do hope that I manage to finish that today as well, but I do think that's very unrealistic because that's double knitting as well, and it's going to take a while. So maybe tomorrow, we'll see. But my plan for today, work on this, but also I really want to do some sewing because I haven't really done a lot of sewing. I've stopped completely over the last few months of the summer because I was just busy doing summer things. But last week I slightly eased back into it by making a pair of pants that I really wanted to make. Simple, and it was really great, but not that creative. It was really, I wanted these pants in my wardrobe. I had a need for them, but it was not like a fun thing to work on. Like I enjoyed the process, but the most fun things are these where you can really get creative. I like playing with colors, adding textures and ruffles and cute elements, and these pants were not that. But today I want to do some sewing, and I actually found a lot of fabric on Vinted and that I'm really excited about. So I think I'm going to be working with those. I'm planning current sewing plans that I have are a maxi skirt in blue gingham, and I really want to make it super easy. And I've seen a lot of people make these skirts that don't have an elastic at the waist, but instead you have a kind of like a tie or like a long band of like bias binding or something that you feed through a channel around the waist, and then you just like cinch it in by adjusting the ties on the sides. I'm not explaining this well, but I think that's what I want to try, because that's like super simple. And then I want to make another pair of lane pants in brown gingham. I think they would be really cute for fall. And I want to make another pair of pajamas. You saw my one cute pair of pajamas that I own at the beginning of the video, and I really love them, especially now for winter when it's cozy and you really want to spend a lot of time snuggled up in your pajamas. But I want to make a second pair, and I found this really cute polka dot fabric on Vinted, like burgundy polka dot fabric. How on trend can you be? But it is like very cute. It's on trend, but I think I'm going to enjoy it very much in a few years as well, and it's going to be a pajama, so yeah. So I think I want to make a pajama with that. Those are the plans. I'm not going to make all of these things today, but hopefully at least one or two. just picked up a vintage parcel. It's pretty. So it's 2 fabrics, but they match. How cute! I'm not sure what to make with them, but they're much better quality than I expected, actually. Kind of vintage cotton. Only a little bit of this one, but I think 3 or 5 meters of this. I think they will be used for a quilt someday. No specific plans for them yet, but I saw them and they screamed my name, so fun. But now I'm going to work on my polo number 1 to hopefully finish the collar situation today. Hi, it's Sunday, so the last day of this vlog. I thought I'd show you my knitting because I actually finished the collar last night, which is incredibly exciting. And I haven't tried the sweater on yet, like no point at all have I tried it on. And I really hope it fits well, and I hope the collar looks as good on my body as on the sweater lying down here. Yeah, let's try it on. Do you see this? It's so cute. And just like I predicted, the red collar really ties the whole color scheme together. Like, it looks a lot less chaotic than it did in the beginning. View from the back. Let me come a bit closer, maybe. Isn't this pretty? Oh, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I tried to have a look through my button stash to see if anything fits, but nothing I have really is the right fit for this, I think. Like, the colors are a bit off, or the size is a bit too big or too small. So I'm going to have to pop into my local, like, haberdashery store to find some cute buttons. Oh, it looks so good. And I really love the fabric of the collar. It's really like heavy and dense and a bit stiff. So the collar really holds its shape very nicely. Really, really cute. And I already split for the sleeves. I'm not sure. It's actually quite a lot bigger than I thought. Like, it's a lot of positive ease, I think. I did not expect, but I don't mind. Like, I really like oversized sweaters. And I mean, it looks a lot different because it's only on cords, and the sleeves are a bit tighter than they're going to be once they knit it up, because the cords for the sleeves are a little bit small. But I think overall, like, fit on the shoulders is really great. I really like it. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and it definitely was worth all the effort, all the frustration, all the hours I put into this collar. And now it's just like smooth sailing, only easy stockinette in the round, in stripes going forward. So I think that's going to be really enjoyable. But first I want to work on my Freya sweater, because I wanted to get the hard part finished on this so that it's easy to work on. And I just this morning picked up the sleeves, like the first sleeve for my Freya sweater, and I think I'm going to work on that now for the next week. Yeah, and that's all the updates I have so far. Oh, I'm also wearing my new skirt. It's really hard to show, but here you see that I just added this channel where I tied through, like, I pulled a tie through, and now it's tied here and here, and it's like really adjustable to whatever time of the month it is and what feels comfortable, changing bodies. Yeah, it's really great. I really like it. Yeah, so on today's agenda is a little bit of knitting, hopefully a little bit more of sewing. I really want to make some progress on the pajamas that I made. I do have to do some like house chores, like clean and do the laundry, stuff like that. But I'm also meeting a friend this afternoon. We really don't see each other a lot. I mean, we live in the same town, but we rarely see each other. So it's really nice that we're meeting up today. Just drinking tea, chatting, going for a walk. Very chill, low key. But I'm really looking forward to that, to spend some quality time with a good friend. And I think that's all for today. I think this will be the last clip of me chatting with you. So I think it's time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me for this week in my life. I hope it was cozy to watch. I hope you had a nice drink, some knitting, some sewing, something to keep you company while keeping me company. I had a lot of fun making this vlog, and I hope I'll see you in the next video, whatever that will be. Also, if you want to see more of this sweater or the Fröja or any of my sewing projects, you're very welcome to check out my Instagram, where I share much more frequently. So thank you and have a nice week, weekend, day,